It is very painful. It hurts a lot. My ear and my neck especially.
His condition has taken sleep away from us, so please help us.
It's been 10 years of agony and real hardship for 12-year-old Suleman and his family. Suleman is not a happy child, living with a tumor that started growing from his teeth, spreading to the left eye, dislocating his ear, and now affecting his brain, has totally denied him the joys of childhood. Sule is often isolated and unable to play with his peers, but even more worrying is his inability to be in school. He's been out of school for the past 6 years. Meet his foster mother, Amina Idris.
Suleman, we are kola ubunipa. Ni yaro ntamo tume kwa nepa mu. Otime do agro ewa nepa mu. Suleman, school on koni de ya pa.
Suleman is very respectful. Because of his condition, he cannot mingle or play with his friends. We're really saddened by the fact that he cannot go to school. He's very intelligent. He sometimes studies with his siblings. His condition has taken sleep away from us. So please, help us so that he can return to school.
Suleman was born at Nkwanta to poor farmers, but moved to Accra to live with his brother.
For the fear of what is there, you see, it's painful when you touch there. You can see that it's painful. He told you. Yeah. So I don't want any eventuality, actually. Okay. Because active. I don't want any trouble. As I'm sitting here, I don't have anything. I don't have money to take him through the operation. So for the fear of any eventuality, I decided to keep him at home. At any moment, he's well, he can go back to school. You know, anytime till we die, we can learn.
But it's been 6 years. How long are you going to keep him at home?
Until I have the help.
He was only 2 years old when it was realized that the tumor was growing in his teeth. But his first visit to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital was when he turned 6. Dr. Mauli Ametefe is a neurosurgeon at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. He said Suleman is suffering from a condition called neurofibromatosis.
Suleman is having a condition we call neurofibromatosis. I will not want to bore your listeners and viewers with the details, but it is a problem that comes from the nerves developing some lesion or some mass. It could be multiple all over the body, or it could be a single one that is deforming. What it normally does is encroachment of your structures and destruction of those structures. So if it's sharing some space with your eye, it's going to push the eye away or squash it and take over the space. It's a fairly fibrous, firm mass. Now, Suleman has developed this problem on his face, the right side of his face, which has pushed his ear out of place. And the scans that we did also shows that it's eating into some various structures in the face, which are not seen by us, but are relevant structures as far as our face and head is concerned.
Its treatment is quite complicated, but even more critical in Suleman's case because of the extent of growth and damage. 12-year-old Suleman urgently needs to undergo this surgery or may lose his life.
So, as we have seen that there's deformity going on, and structures are being encroached upon. The worst case scenario, he's so deformed that you can't even recognize him. Then the eyes can't see, then the nose is shifted or blocked, and then it eats into the mouth, and eating becomes a problem. I mean, at the end of the day, your face is you and your head is you. And if it's not there, that means that with time, it would end his life.
Doctors say he needs an initial amount of 40,000 Ghana cedis to remove the lump and reconstruct his face, but a lot more will be needed post the surgery.
Our basic aim is to try and remove all or as much as is acceptable to our practice as much as possible, and then also reconstruct the face. This is not going to be done by just the neurosurgeons. We are only spearheading it, but it's going to be done by a number of surgeons. The plastic surgeons are involved to help us to reconstruct both the ear back in place and the face so that it will be an acceptable face. The maxillofacial surgeons are going to be involved. They would help us with the bony defects that has been created by the mass to try and put it back in place. The ENT surgeon will be involved because definitely his hearing is important, and if we can restore it, it would be good. The ophthalmologist is involved because if the function of the eye can be preserved, we would very much like to preserve it. So it's a big surgery that involves a number of surgeons.
But even in his pain, Suleman can afford the dream.
I want to be a teacher.
This dream of becoming a teacher may never be realized if he continues to stay at home due to his condition. Ernest Manu for Joy News.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.